All right, welcome back, everybody. I want to welcome you back to the show. And at this time, I'd like to introduce, well, they really don't need any introduction. If you're from Long Island, if you're from anywhere in the world and you like hip-hop, I want to introduce you or welcome leaders of the new school. Founding member, Charlie Brown and DINCO D. Welcome to our show.
Welcome, y'all. Welcome, everybody.
Thank you.
Peace. Welcome. How y'all feeling out there? How y'all feeling?
Feel good.
Man.
That's what's up. Brother. That's what's up.
Right, X. I'm going to let you start the questioning of these legendary brothers.
Before we could start, you know, I want to shout out to our audience right there. We got Sean, Dizzle, Nori, Big Hig, you know, everybody in the set. You know, we chilling right now up in the building. This is Long Island Web TV, and this is the Lunchbox show at noon. So before we begin, I want to let these brothers introduce themselves.
Okay, right here you got the D to the O in the middle, INC, DINCO D.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying? Straight from Uniondale, Davis Ave, S House, you know what it is.
Okay.
Right here.
Right here you got C Boogie Brown, also known as Charlie Brown, also known as CB. Most definitely to the highest degree. We getting all that cape and all that money. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Lying, because if you lying and you ain't flying right, then that night that's behind you is gonna come and kill your ass.
Right, from the heart. Yo, I would like to thank y'all brothers for being here. It's a pleasure because you know, for me, myself personally, I'm a fan. You know, to me, y'all legendary.
Yo, I appreciate
you know what I'm saying? And that album y'all did, that first album was hot as hell.
Oh, damn.
You know, but right now, we will chop it up with you, you know, and find out what's going on in your life.
Oh, damn.
You know, so tell me, you know, what's good, what's going on with y'all, what y'all got planned, or what y'all doing right now as far as in the entertainment business.
Well, first of all, thanks for putting some respect on my name. You know what I'm saying?
Get that respect right.
Thank you.
Brothers, you better get that. You brothers.
Thank you for that.
You better get it right. Put some respect on it.
Thank you for that.
Respect on it.
But right now,
what's up? All right.
But right now, you know, we in the studio working back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Collaborating and doing some things. You know, the whole crew's together. We doing some good things, man. So it sounded right. I got some projects coming out. Brown got his couple projects he's working on.
Good.
Everybody's just working, man, doing different things. You know, I got some cats from Long Island and Big East. Been working with them for a couple of years, getting them right, trying to get the chemistry right, flow.
No doubt.
They good. I got my man B the Hardway.
Okay.
B the Hardway.
He's on some things.
L.I. The Dale.
I got another cat from Atlanta called Robbie Quest, working with him down there in Atlanta with my partners.
All right.
So I'm working with a couple people, a lot of new artists and different things, but it's real good. It's a real good time in music. Right?
Was it true that all of you got back together, all three of you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Over the last couple of months, Busta Rhymes and DINCO had been in contact with each other. And and it's a blessing, you know what I'm saying, to be in touch with people that you created music with over 20 years ago, you know what I'm saying. Actually, Leaders of the New School formed in 1985, so we're a seasoned group. I wouldn't say an old school group. I would say a seasoned group that when we choose to attack you with some music and hit you with some promotion, whether it be on the web, on the internet, or hit you with pieces of art that are physical, that you can actually purchase
just timeless
and
timeless music. You know, it's a certain quality you're gonna get with us.
Right. Now, Charlie and DINCO, since you said you formed in 1985, and since you said seasoned group, I'm gonna let our audience know that I'm Charlie. I'm your brother.
Absolutely.
Okay.
1,000%.
Okay, so I was there in the beginning when you formed.
Absolutely.
So now our audience can know that. So
DJ Big Hig, my older brother, you know what I'm saying?
So let's go.
The oldest out of 5.
Big bully.
I'm the middle child.
Big bully.
So let's go back to 1985. Let's go back in time and talk about how you formed your group, Leaders of the New School. Take us back.
In 85,
and how you get your names too.
Really, our names. DINCO could tell you about his name, but I'm gonna tell you about how I got my name. I got my name through DJ Big Higgs' connection with Spectrum City, who was out here in Long Island and Nassau and Suffolk, you know what I'm saying, doing a lot of college parties, doing parties at the centers. all around in the different counties and the different towns out here in Nassau
Shout out
County.
to PE.
LI, you know what I'm saying? So they've been from the Belt Villains, but HIGGS, we from the Dale, you know what I'm saying? And HIGGS used to rock on a set called TBA, and I used to be the crate boy, you know what I'm saying, and carry the speakers and the crates to all of his gigs that he did throughout the 80s, you know what I'm saying, at all the clubs in Nassau County and also in the city like the Copa, you know, just going to different events that he was DJing at.
Right.
So I come from the as a fan, you know what I'm saying, of real musicianship and being in the quality mix of a DJ, you know what I'm saying,
right.
Also be known to be able to scratch and cut.
Okay.
And you know, and the whole mixology thing, you know what I'm saying, as far as DJing.
And blend.
Okay.
And be able to blend. Basically, that's what I wanted to hit the nail on the head, is being able to blend. And HIGGS is one of the finest DJs that I've ever heard, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He's one of the top 5 DJs I've ever heard blend all kinds of music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's some disc jocks that got big names, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying, they can't touch Big HIGGS' own classic sound and his classic style and his classic way that he expresses the mixes. But there are some other brothers I like to shout out since we're on the tip of DJs. I like to give a shout out to Tommy Allen, you know what I'm saying, from Nassau County, you know what I'm saying.
He's from Lakeview, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's my man.
He's a DJ doing it up with Dougie Fresh on 107.5, you know, so
right.
In the New York area, in the metro area, that's real big for, you know what I'm saying, seasoned artists or old school artists, as some like to say, you know, to be still getting work. You know what I mean, Rodex?
Yeah, no doubt. What about you, DINCO? You know, where your name come from, and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name comes from living in Uniondale, you know.
The Dell.
Davis Ave, you know, my brother Big Dink, my
Born
brother
in
Jazz.
Bed-Stuy.
You know, we moved out here from Brooklyn, and
shout out to BK.
It's a tight family. It's just a tight family, you know.
Right.
They call my brother Big Dink. They call me Little Dink. So.
Okay.
Well, how did you and Brown meet?
Me and Brown met. We met from growing. I went to school with his sisters, with Sharon and Cheryl. You know what I'm saying?
The twins. You know
the twins. They was always in my classes.
My sisters are the first black double mint twins to be on a national campaign with ads. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
My sisters were Ford models in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? And they were in the Wiz.
Whoa.
They was absolutely.
That's what's up. You know?
I would have been in it too, but I was acting like a goddamn idiot. trying to talk shit to Diana Ross.
You know what?
I'm saying?
I can understand that.
Who's the
Nipsey
real
Russell, I remember that.
Yeah. We met Michael Jackson too, you know what I'm saying?
And Nipsey Russell, and
that's big right there.
Richard Pryor.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, that's what's up.
So,
wow.
And Bill Cosby with the
Bill Cosby was around too.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
yeah,
you know,
no doubt.
They did all that.
True to the game.
They did all of that.
Yeah, our family. You know what I'm saying? Our family is large.
Yeah,
you know
yeah. So
the Jacksons, the Higgins, the Smiths, and the Scotts. You know what I'm saying? You know,
those are the large families.
Yeah.
So how did you guys meet Trevor Smith or Busta Rhymes?
Busta Rhymes. You know what I'm saying? Ty God. I met Ty in 83, 84. When he moved out from Brooklyn. He moved out from Flatbush.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Bush, out in BK, Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn all day, all every day. You know
right.
What I'm saying?
Okay.
It's always been like that. So you got to give up to the connections that we have out there. To
BK, stand up.
DINCO was actually from there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it just makes sense. But you know, we living out here in Long Island and Nassau.
Strong Island.
It's all Strong Island. You know what I mean?
But then we was all in Turtle Hook at the same time.
Wow.
Me, DINCO, and Busta Rhymes were in the same junior high school on Jerusalem Avenue.
Now that gotta be crazy, right
And what
there.
was crazy
that
was
have to be crazy.
But what was crazy was he was in the 7th, I was in the 8th, and you was in the 9th. Right?
Yeah, I was in 9th grade. DINCO was in 8th grade with
that
my
had
sisters,
to be crazy right there.
And Busta was in 7th grade when he came to Long Island.
But didn't you and him battle or something?
You know what? Me and him hooked up, and I found out that he could beatbox. So Busta Rhymes used to always beatbox for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he said he didn't want to rhyme. He didn't know how to rhyme. And I said, you know how to rhyme. I always would push him to do it because he was gifted like how Biz and Dougie Fresh was gifted with beatbox. As far as you know sounds of beatboxing, you know what I'm saying, as an art form and as part of the culture of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You listen to that. The different people had different styles, you know. They had Biz, you had Dougie, and you had Buffy from the Fat Boys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Busta Rhymes had his own style. You know what I mean? So I liked it a lot. He could beatbox for a long time and make dope sounds. So I started gigging on him one day in front of some other people that were in front of the school. Started snapping on him a little bit so that he would get the courage to be like, you know, I can rhyme too, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna spit some rhymes. So I was snapping, they started laughing at him, and he was like, I'm gonna come back tomorrow with a rhyme. Where's Ball? I'm gonna come back tomorrow with a rhyme. I said, all right.
Busta, so you still all day, huh?
Yo, where's Ball, Rolex? Yo, so the nigga was like, you know, he came back with a rhyme. It's called The Annihilator. And I was like, oh shit, he's the Annihilator.
That sounds like some busty shit too.
I was like, that sounded like a dope title, you know. Everybody was into good titles, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
To make songs and create rhymes with
behind the title.
with other vocalization and make the instrumentals and the vocals together, making it sound like it blends, you know what I'm saying? Like a DJ would. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, man, we definitely have a legendary sound and chemistry that goes back to the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Really the early 80s when everybody was b-boying and breakdancing.
Right.
Hip hop culture was kind of fresh and new. You know, as far as the timing of it, and coming from, you know, such a rebellious time as the 60s and a different time than it was in the 70s. The 80s was different, you know what I'm saying? When the being in the hip hop and music now in 2016, it's like there's such a plethora or a smorgasbord of shit that you can digest. You know what I'm saying? With people that think they can create music and create rhyme and be a real MC. Not just no fucking rapper dude, but a real MC. You know, and a real DJ, you know what I'm saying? And have those elements combined with, you know what I'm saying, what's going on in the streets.
Exactly.
I want to talk about how you got your record deal. Because I remember how you got your record deal. And I want you to tell the story of how you got your record deal, how you were supposed to get your original record deal, and what came about.
G can tell you some shit.
I want DINCO to start telling the story.
DINCO don't want to talk though.
No. This is a very interesting story because initially you were supposed to be on Motown. So tell this story. It's a very interesting story.
Well, I mean, we searched for years, you know what I'm saying, trying to get a deal, like you said, from '85, you know. But we knew each other longer. We was all pursuing our own thing.
We knew about each other in the earlier '80s. At least I knew DINCO. So I knew DINCO in the early '80s. So we went to elementary school together.
So of course we hooked up with 510 with Hank and
with
Keith
Spectrum
and everybody.
City, that turned into Public Enemy. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to PE.
And we was with them for how many years? We was with them.
We was with them.
We got our deal.
We was with them
for like
until we got our
In
deal.
fact, they gave you your name, right?
They gave us Leaders of the New School.
And he gave us Leaders of the New School.
Okay.
And he gave Busta Rhymes his name.
Okay. People didn't know that. Very interesting.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's how we got named, you know what I'm saying? And being initiated and inaugurated to be a part of hip hop, you know what I'm saying? To see your name in the liner notes of a Public Enemy album, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you just look and go see that, you know what I mean?
So you know, we was waiting for we was supposed to get down with Motown through them, but you know, it was the process was taking on. It was taking a while.
Why didn't it pop off?
I mean, who knows? It was just reasons, different.
Hank Sockley couldn't make a deal with us because we didn't have a lot of time recording because there was so many artists that were recording at the studio with Keith Shockley, Eric Vietnam Sadler, who's your homie, who I met through, you know, that's my connection with them making beats. Because I used to just be at their jams, and I go to LB to Long Beach Center, you know what I'm saying, LBC, you know what I'm saying, and watch dudes get busy in '85.
Shout out to Long Beach.
I thought I was under the impression it didn't pop up because Professor Griff made that statement, and then everything froze up with Public Enemy.
Not really. No. That really didn't really affect.
They was just busy at the time. They had PE was popping, and they was going on. They had other artists they was doing it. And it just didn't pop. But
so then you go ahead, finish telling the story.
So then we was like, listen, we hungry, we want to eat. So we went out, and, you know what I'm saying, and found some food. It was like, listen,
you went out and you met Dante Ross.
We did shows. Nah, we didn't meet him. We just actually, like different people wanted to link. You know what I'm saying?
To be honest, Griff. No, I'm gonna add to what you're saying, God. Griff actually ran into Dante and he told him about the name Leaders in the New School. So Dante Ross, who was working at Tommy Boy at the time.
With the name you talking about.
Yeah. He was working at Tommy Boy at the time, and then he moved to Elektra and then Elektra had a historic, monumental rap coalition on the label at the same time between Brand Nubians, Leaders of the New School, Pete Rock and CL Smooth. You know what I'm saying? They had Shazzy, who was a sister out of Queens that was doing her thing. And they had Del, the Funky Homo Sapien, who was Ice.
I remember. Okay. I remember. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they had a lot of groups going on at the time. But
history there.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? We here, so
Pete Rock and CL Smooth
with DINCO D and Big Hig and yourself. You know,
yeah,
it's a blessing just to be able to speak about those things. You know, because sometimes, artists run into so many people in so many places when you've done this over a period of time. You know what I'm saying? It becomes routine to you.
Right. Let me ask you something. Who did y'all first album? Who produced y'all first album?
We actually produced and oversaw it, but we hired other beat writers to come in and sequence our musical loops that we used at the time from old records and breaks. Some of them came from Big Higgs record collection.
First album was dope.
Some of them came from Dinko's father's record collection.
Right. Digging in the crates.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we had a lot of jazz.
That was banger.
A lot of funk. You know, it's James Brown. You know what I'm saying? Right. Funky shit. You know what I mean? With dope jazz from Blue Note to to Miles Davis to Bob James. You know, we had all kinds of music.
A lot of soul and jazz, funk, soul, jazz, and funk.
Rock too.
Rock too, right?
Yeah, Rock did a lot of drums. Okay. So there was like a lot of our ideas, but they were sequenced and put together with. So we co-produced everything.
Okay.
But we worked with Vietnam Sadler. We worked with Black. We worked with Backspin out of Brooklyn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The original Backspin. Sam Sever did a track he was playing early on. Big Head, he was rocking it early on the set. Spontaneous. He did that. Who else, man? And a lot of it came from us. You know, Busta is a great producer, quiet as kept. DINCO was a great producer. He produced What's Next. He produced What's Next, and he also produced. He helped with Teachers Don't Teach Us Nonsense.
Oh, I love that. That's one of my favorites. Who did Sob Story?
We did that with Eric Salad. We did Sob Story.
But we had our sound. We had our, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
And he arranged it like.
So how's the relationship between y'all and Busta? You know, are we gonna get a reunion going on here?
I mean, we just did a song on his
mixtape.
Okay.
They were just in the studio with him.
What is it? The Abstract?
Like 2 weeks ago. I mean,
the Abstract on Vacation.
You know what?
The Dragon.
I know because we live together, so I know when he goes to the studio. It was just in the studio 2 weeks ago.
It's called We Home. It's a nice joint.
Yeah, it's called We Home. Yeah, it's definitely dope. You know what I'm saying? I got a little bit of feedback from it. You know what I'm saying? And we had it popping overseas in other areas, and people were calling back. They love to hear anything with Leaders of the New School involved with it, because they know it's going to be quality work because of our track record. It's like we didn't do records with a whole bunch of other artists. You know what I'm saying? At least we didn't as a group. Solo-wise, Buffs did his thing, you know what I'm saying? He worked with everybody. He's the master free agent, you know what I'm saying? That works for everybody and gets that cake, you know what I'm saying?
There's no person that he didn't do nothing with.
Right. But me and DINCO and Milo, we chose to work with the people that we were around at the time. And those are our homies, you know what I'm saying? Like DINCO got the Big East popping, you know what I'm saying? From Suffolk, you know what I'm saying, to Nassau, to Queens, to Brooklyn, keeping it raw. You know what I'm saying? The whole Strong Island, you know what I'm saying, New York.
Okay.
Do we have any questions from our crew?
I got one.
Go ahead, Sean. What do you got?
This is for Sean Davis.
Who produced Just for Case of the PTA? How did that all go down?
All right,
That's my
Case of the PTA.
That was a hot one. You know what I'm saying?
PTA.
That was a banger.
That was.
Hold on, wait.
That was deep. All right, Sean, I'll feel you on that.
That was a
shit.
banger.
My man gets it popping right there. That's right. Yo, the first single off our first album was Case of the PTA, and that's kind of how Milo, who was Busta Rhymes' first cousin, you know what I'm saying, became part of our family. You know what I'm saying? Because me, DINCO, and Bus were just a 3-man crew for a while.
Right.
For almost from '85 to like until we got our deal, just about.
Okay.
Milo, who was like I said, his Bus cousin, he had some beats and he make music and he's a DJ. You know what I'm saying? So he had some skills. I used to go to the building and check him. You know what I'm saying? You know, because he busted his cousin. You know what I'm saying? And DINCO as well. You know what I mean? So he played PTA for me. The track, it had the pieces, all the pieces scattered, and I said, this is a song already, but we need to rearrange the music. It was by Ramsey Lewis, the record that we used to chop PTA up. The majority of it. It's other things.
We paid him for it.
Yeah, we had to pay the loop. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Yeah.
of course.
When you use somebody else's composition, you have to pay
Pay.
them. That's just the way it is. You know right? Unless you're creative with the chop, you know what I mean? If you got the chop, and it's all in the work, man. If it come
Chop
out, baby,
skills, huh? Chop suey.
And it's all in the chop and how you chop it up,
Right.
And you serve that work. And if they like that work, then they're gonna come back to you. You know what I mean?
Right.
And some of the work that we did, we were getting those results, and it feels good, man. You know what I'm saying? We just recently, you know what I'm saying, recorded a couple of joints together with me, Busta, and DINCO, and Milo is coming around, you know what I'm saying, adding his flavor, you know what I mean? But he actually produced it as far as finding all the music, but me and Busta Rhymes and DINCO arranged it.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying? If you listen to each part of that record, it's like an MC gets a different part of the music that Ramsey Lewis played.
Right.
Synchronized to our vocals and synchronized to what we can do with each sample. You know what I'm saying? Vocally, you know what I mean? That's how I approached it. Not I'm the illest rhyme nigga or whatever. Let's make a good song, you know what I'm saying? Like Case of the PTA, it's like, that's a song.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. How was that scenario track? I don't know too much about this.
I knew you were going to go there. I knew you were going to go there.
That scenario track, that was another hot track too.
Of course it was.
You know?
They had more help with that, and that was...
When we got with Tribe...
remix.
Yo, listen, Q-Tip, Fife, Jerobi, Ali, those are our brothers, man. And Fife recently passed away, man. I want to say R.I.P. Linden, you know what I'm saying, Linden Boulevard. Big up to everybody out there, you know what I'm saying, that part of Queens.
Shout out.
That know them, you know what I'm saying, and have been to those parks and was repping that real flavorful black man hip hop shit. You know what I'm saying? That boom bap shit.
Shout out to Queens.
You know, and linking up with them was a relationship that came through the duration of the late '80s. Watching the Jungle Brothers get busy, watching Queen Latifah get busy, meeting Moni Love. You know what I'm saying?
In the middle.
De La Soul.
De La Soul, Black Sheep, Beat Nuts, the Brand Nubians. You know that click. Then you add on Pete Rock and CL Smooth. Large Professor, Diamond D, and Digging in the Crates. With Showbiz and AG. You know what I mean? These are people that we incorporated the movement with. You know what I'm saying? Like we all was like brothers just out there to get paper and have a good time.
That's one
thing. You know, they smoked a lot of weed and had a good time.
Right.
You know, and had some maybe had some champagne or whatever and parlay and But we didn't do that with the Tribe. It was more on like some real hip hop b-boy shit, like with the beatbox and the keyboards.
Right. Okay.
You know, so that's how we was rocking it with the Tribe, and the way that we put it together was just from, you know what I'm saying, Q-Tip having the intelligence to put together the music loops the way he puts it together. And he had a great engineer, Bob Power, you know what I'm saying, who actually, when we put it together, it just came out incredible, man. Everybody did their part. It's like everybody showed that on that record scenario, everybody showed that they can have their own shit, but we sound real good together.
I know.
You can have your own shit and have certain amount of success.
Right.
No matter what the order. I like what the package of that was. That was a nice package.
The whole overall.
You can use any sequence you want of those players, of those pieces, and it will work. After that, and also like the dudes that's like that night in the background, just standing there like this, just waiting to move. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole bunch of those niggas down with us. A whole bunch of leaders of the new school, LONS, New School Society. You know what I'm saying? Like that was our whole shit. You know what I mean? Like we were moving like that. And then they got music, but it's more than just music. It's just family. You know what I'm saying? Dudes know each other's children, uncles, aunts, nieces. You know what I'm saying? Mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers. You know what I mean? You know, so it was good meeting those people with Scenario, and it's a shame that Phife had just passed. You know what I'm saying? He hit me hard, man, when we found out about that shit, because it's like to perform with a brother around the country, be well received, and look at, you know what I'm saying, each other like, you know, it wasn't about the money. It wasn't about getting a lot of money to do the song. It wasn't about that. At that time, you know what I'm saying? You know how most people like, it's about business. Motherfuckers come to the table now. You put 5 niggas on the record, niggas like, give me mama cut. I need some new Kanye's. I need some LeBrons. You know what I'm saying? I need some new shit on my face. I need some Stephen Curry. You know what I'm saying?
Camaraderie, you know what I'm saying? Being together and, you know what I'm saying? And enjoying each other. You know, and doing something.
We've known each other since we was all about 18
years, 19 years old, man. We was just coming up. We was just young bucks,
grinding together. So you know,
young
and then,
bucks coming up, man, trying to get.
And we always, you know,
$1, man.
Trying to get a deal.
We all lived around each other and been with each other at different times, man.
Let me ask you another question. What do you think about the artists today? You know, the young artists is coming up, and how do you feel about their music and what they're doing, and if they have a message out there?
That's a good question.
What do you think about that?
That's a real good question, because I was playing some music. I'm sorry for interjecting. I was playing some music for my brother, because I'm a DJ and I play current music as well as the old school music.
We got to play it all.
And I download about 180 songs a week. So my brother's room's across from mine. I was downloading some music yesterday, and he heard me downloading some music, and he came by and I said, so what do you think of this? And he looked up at me twisted half the time when I'm playing half the music I'm downloading. He's looking at me like, you know, sucking his teeth. And I'm looking at him the same way. I'm like, this is garbage, this is crap, you know, because this is just my opinion. But half of it I have to have, because the audience, I'm not gonna say the audience demands it. I have to have it in my library, because if I'm getting paid to play it,
you gotta play.
I need to have it available. Doesn't mean I like it. All right.
It's business.
It's business, and 90% of it I don't like. This is me personally.
What about you, DINCO?
Go ahead, DINCO.
Well, I mean, you know, the music to me is just at a cross right now of popular pop music and technology. You got technology that's limiting the sounds of the new pop music. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's hip hop, whether what it is, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's using the same sounds. So things are gonna sound a lot of similar. There's no, you know what I'm saying, samples and people playing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Unless you get some producers who know how to play, you know what I'm saying? But these new young producers is using the same sounds. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got the same computer package. You know what I'm saying?
Tell them, preach!
There's
That's the truth.
I mean, there's no soul in the sound. You know what I'm saying? It's not, you know, it's not freestyle. It's not off and on jazz records and samples and loops and rock live. You know what I'm saying? A lot of samples and old stuff is either live or whatever. But now it's just straight digital.
It's
digital sounds.
There's no limit to how many sounds you can have and use.
Right.
So why the fuck? What dictates you using those sounds?
Same sound.
You know what I'm saying? As far as your thinking, you know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers is trapped up in their way of thinking there's only one solution to a particular problem. Right. You know what I'm saying? So the particular problem is there's a lack of diversity in what they call new hip hop.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the diversity
because the new hip hop is pop now. You know what I'm saying?
Like, diversity.
It had more range, you know what I'm saying? There would be an artist that
nobody sound the same.
Right. You can have Tone Loc,
right? Young MC,
right. Ice-T,
and they all sound different.
Nobody gives a fuck about that shit no more unless you acting or you out there just scrounging to get that buck. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Doing whatever you got to do to make it happen for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's great. You know what I'm saying? But you have to have some integrity about what you're doing. You know what I mean? And that's what I learned from my brother, you know what I'm saying? The way that he would DJ and do a good job, you know what I'm saying? Do a good job, and it would be a peaceful event. You know what I'm saying? There would be some blacks, some whites, some Latinos, you know what I'm saying? Maybe some Asians, you know, could be up in the mix, you know what I'm saying? Hey, bring that out. You know what I'm saying? When he start DJing, start playing those records, you know what I'm saying? Right. Everybody be like, you know, I want to be a part of that.
Right.
He know what records to blend. He knows, you know what I'm saying? It's the quality of sound.
Right.
It's not something programmed and prepackaged. You just got it's experience in which
I'm all about everybody having a good time and going home and getting up the next day and doing what they got to do. Not coming up and getting up against the wall and trying to be the toughest guy or the baddest guy. I can't play trap music all night, and that's when you want to get the heavy liquor in you and be the toughest guy or whatever. I'm not about that. It's just I don't like playing anything all night long.
Right.
I'm not playing any kind of music all night long.
You're not supposed to. Really.
Not one kind of music all night long is going to drive me crazy.
That's the job of a DJ.
You're not supposed to.
That's the job of a real DJ, though. Right?
5 or 6 hours all night long will drive me out of my mind.
Me too, yeah.
I don't want to hear hip hop all night long.
Listen, you know what? I think that you can play creative hip hop. There's enough music all night long.
That's the one genre to me.
You know what? I just like to. I like to mix it up. I like to mix it up.
You can do that because there's some mixture of you got great.
I mean, because hip hop is mixed on records that
you can, but I just like to mix it up.
While somebody's rapping, you know what I'm saying? There's several ways that you can serve hip hop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? By putting different elements of R&B, rhythm and blues and soul and gospel and rock and all that shit in with hip hop. That's the one thing about it that makes it great.
You can
That's why I can hear that shit all the time.
You can.
I can't fuck with the trap music though.
You can. But
I hear you.
I like at my age, I like a little Motown. I like a little bit of this. I like a little bit of that. I like to control the tempo, control the energy of the floor, and make everybody do what I want them to do, because that's my job. To speed it up, slow it down, get different people on the floor, get the energy on the floor. That's my job. That's what I do. That's what I'm getting paid to do.
Yeah. And I'm the MC, you know what I'm saying?
But I just want to say this.
I'm the master of ceremony.
There's great, good trap songs. You know
no, I'm not saying there's not great, good trap songs. Yeah.
You know,
okay, but
inside, if you're a real hip-hop enthusiast.
How many great, no. We're going to debate this.
T.I. has some.
T.I. has some. How many does he have?
2 Chainz has one.
2 Chainz has how many? How many does he have? No, stop.
I'm just saying.
But how many does he have? How many does he have? 2 Chainz has 2.
There's a couple cats who got some good ones.
How many does he have? 2.
I agree with him.
No. Wait. So 2 Chainz has 2, and T.I. has 2. That's 4. That's 4. Waka got 1. That's 5.
Jeezy got a couple.
We got 5 trap songs.
Jeezy got a couple.
Let's all go to the club and get trap songs all night long. By the end of the night, we're going to be banging our heads with a hammer.
I hear you.
What's real hip hop and what's not, man.
Okay, we want to hear from the crew. Crew?
What y'all got going on back there?
You guys are going to perform live. I can't wait to see you live.
Okay.
And the second thing, are you going to perform here on the Lunchbox floor today?
Oh wow, yeah. We'll let him get on the set and we'll spit some rhymes, so go back and forth.
Right.
Hold on. Y'all did not talk about the Long Island stop. how did y'all miss that?
Oh, it was about the East Coast Stomp.
The East Coast Stomp.
East Coast Stomp.
And I got a question too. Because
See, when we first came out with PTA, you know what I'm saying, even in the clubs, really, it came in the clubs of 89, 90. We would create, me, Buster, and DINCO were creating a vibe on stage, the rock in between us and throwing the mics and passing the microphones, showing mic showmanship, like a real MC, a master of ceremony, somebody who can get busy.
Not a rapper.
With the mic. Not a rapper.
Not
Just
a rapper.
You can spit raps don't mean you fucking, you got
MC.
and it takes it to be an MC or a personality.
There's a difference.
That sets you apart and you're able to take care of your business and you know what I'm saying, just and survive on top of your hustle, you know what I mean? Like that, you gotta stay on your grizzly. But you know, my shit, man, you know what I'm saying, was having Bus and me and him grab each other, you know what I'm saying, and just start nodding our heads and vibing like that, while DINCO would be rhyming in the middle. Then, you know what I'm saying? Or he'll set off the jam, you know what I'm saying? And when the next person rhymes, you just vibe out with who is not rhyming, and vibe out with a lot of energy, like almost like athletics. You know what I'm saying? It took being in shape to have a lot of energy. I don't know.
Just wilding out at
ever
the
saw
time.
us perform when we were in our heyday. You know what I mean? We gave a lot of energy to the crowd, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of groups imitated that in the early 90s. If you look at the videos, I mean, that's the proof.
Right.
This
You know
is
what
true.
I'm saying? We were the first ones really doing that.
Right.
And everybody
Follow
Well,
that
I
motion.
remember
All the pop groups, the pop R&B groups, all of them,
Everybody.
it didn't
Everybody.
matter. We had that shit popping.
Yeah.
Everybody was
That's-
too cool for school with their suits on. They had their suits on and their motherfucking gators, and they had it popping like they was at the Kentucky Derby. You know what I mean?
I just want to ask you a question.
Yeah, absolutely. They was doing it in the UK. They was doing it in France. They was doing it in Germany. They was doing it in Spain. They was doing it in Japan. They was doing it in South America.
I'll
They
tell
was
you
doing
one
it
thing,
all
yo.
over America.
And
They was doing it
Juice,
in Canada.
remember that movie Juice, man? I swore that was us, like with the Timberland.
Speaking
You
of
ever
that,
seen
I
that?
would be remiss, since I know the both of you,
What up?
if I didn't remark on this, because we didn't remark on this, because this person was important. He's important to me, and he was important to both of you, and I know this. He's a very good friend of mine, and he's a very good DJ and a producer. How did Johnny Juice, what did he do for you guys
He
as
did
a
it.
DJ and a producer?
He did a lot, man. He recorded a lot of songs, helped me and Brown work on songs for like a lot of the albums, the early stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He was always there for us. He was a DJ without having a DJ.
You would have been doing it with you, but you didn't have it set up at the time. You just were dealing with the science of being a mobile DJ.
And Juice was a better scratcher. Juice, he was though.
No, absolutely. He has the techniques of a real turntablist.
Absolutely.
That's the perfect title that you call these people that master DJing to another level. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
They take on a whole nother level of turntablism.
No, Juice is disgusting.
Juice is that dude.
He is that
You know what I'm
dude,
saying?
yeah.
He's been in the seminars. He's known from out here in Nassau, but he also got his name from in the Bronx. He went to school. He went to junior high school with us in Toro.
Right. See, yeah, Leaders of New School was definitely like something. It was just definitely something community, man. It was like everybody. We tried to put
everybody
cats
on that
on
was really
from around our way.
hip-hop culture shit. You know what I'm saying? That was on some street shit too.
But just on some hip-hops.
Dink Brothers and you know what I'm saying, they used to have it popping around the way, you know what I'm saying? And HIGGS used to have it popping with his set, and then the other people that we grew up with had it popping with their older brothers.
Choice Fives and all type of people.
Choice Five, big up the Serious C, that's my man Leesky, and also K-Fine, King of Fine.
Well, at this point in the show, do you want to give any shout outs to any family members?
I want to big up my sisters, you know what I'm saying, Cheryl and Sharon.
Yeah.
And big up my brother-in-laws, Alex and JJ. I like to big up, you know what I'm saying, my nieces and all my nephews. And I like to big up my parents, my pops and my moms. And I like to big up to everybody from LI to BK to Queens to up top to down south in the dirty to out Wild West. And big up to my brother Michael, you know what I'm saying, of course, who always holds us down, you know what I'm saying, with the definitely solid state logic.
What about you, DINCO?
Man, say what's up to the whole LI, Long Island Sounds, you know what I'm saying? My peoples, the Rumps, you know what I'm saying? The Rumpletilskins, Geronimo, RPM.
Yeah, LS, shout out.
Everybody who's still out here, whoever's out here in the crew, New School Society, Cool Whip and Brittle.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
DJ Shuttle, word is born.
DJ Shuttle, that's my dude. Everybody out here doing their thing.
Right. Okay.
Definitely, man.
That's what's up. Y'all heard it.
We'd like to thank Leaders of the New School for the interview.
But they'll be right back.
We're going to come right back with a live session.
You know what I'm saying? So thank everybody for joining us.
Anywhere.
We'll be right back.
Peace.
Peace.
Good interview. Good interview.
Just to relieve stress is a mess. I decided to work, but it's hard to work when your voice is a jerk. Sweat floors, trying to get mine. My amigos with DINCO D, show me Buster Rhymes. Man, top, yellow and brown. Who's the clown? Remember that. I know you and you know me. I know you and you know me. I know you and you know me. It's a sob story, sob story. Now I remember Ryan first got a job, didn't have a job. His car was a mob. Brothers, he never knew from Jack. When his car went black, they wouldn't check. When his car was in the shop, they wouldn't stop by. Team say hot, wouldn't reply. Back came Rob to the same old game. Hey yo, what's up? Do y'all wanna hang? Yeah, sure, they say yo in the quick fast. By the way, anybody got any money for gas? Nah, not me, I don't know ass. I gotta come on, watch out, we gon' crash. Wait now, Rob's just smoking like me. The D to the O in the middle, I didn't see. Some say envy, I say Olympic. I ain't just walking my sob story. I know you and you know me. See what? I know you and you know me. Okay, y'all know this? The classic hip-hop joint from the East Coast. Right, yes, sir. Let's do this! Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Yes, y'all. Who got the vibe? It's the drop, y'all. Who the vibe, y'all? Inside, outside, come around. Who's that? Something I say, call me, troll me. The word is the herb and I'm keeping my mind. Lay back on the lay back, keep on, rotate the gates. Time, can I get a hit? Hit, boom, whip with the brother named Tip, never ready to flip. East Coast style, big, whip in and round it. New York, no. Check it out. We lose from the juice, my mouth to the ounce. Down to the skill, get stabbed for the blacks. Next in the textbook, old to the new, what the rest are. From radio to the video, sales video, bingo. Yo, what's the Scooby-Doo, Whoopie-Doo, scenario, radio, ranks more than four. Scores for the small, that's mama dance floors. Now go for my Jags and she's sure. Shake, rush, break, aim to the play, pink, straight for the weights of an L, an ear, simply just a leader. Bass in the space, beat. Later, alligator. Pop no Louise with the urban invader. Yo, the diva, one all incorporated into a flow. Full flip, back, fight, yo, how that sound? Here we go, yo. So what's that scenario? Here we go, yo. What's that scenario? Here we go, yo. So what's that scenario? Here we go, yo. So what's that scenario? Yeah, we gonna do the remix. We gonna do the remix. Clap your hands like this. Come on, let me see you clap your hands like this. To the Cool in the Gang sound. Just clap your hands like this. Everybody, what is ball? 3, 2, 1, sing it. The moves on. On and on. Check it out. In the make it do. Who's that? That's one of the elephant nest. And the trap from West, East Coast to West. We mix man hit. More than Metallica. I'm crawling and falling around. Start back. I'm stepping, stomping, romping, crumping. People all over the world. I'm crumping. Because all these guys from sky. Representation. Just a generation. But aerial. For the radio. BLS and Kid Show. Here we go. What's sight. Slip the thing, all through the bungalow. Pick the rolls, pipe bring pretty bumps. Yamaha, hey, hi, let's flip the funk, now it all sounds hey. Nothing off, misfitting up with it. Fucking it, I was with it. Probably shouldn't have quit it. Show my coach that sack acts like a lattice. That respect chats, and you're like a lattice. Sell nothing, Mel. Hell for New Year, hell. That's the people. Beats are being yelled. In the hallways, always ringing with us. This is my 2 times now on the scenario. Yeah. We'd like to give a shout out to everybody from the Union Fire Department. City. Big up to Troy Harris, Lord Daquan, Mr. Massey in the house, Big Head DJ Kill in the house, Serious C in the house, Brandon and Joyce in the house. As we all fit, what's up, Kill? As we continue on,